Have you ever wanted to give your cupboard doors a lift, but didn't want to put a lot of money into it? Are you renting and can't replace existing or do any solid changes? I have an idea for you. Hi, I'm Babber from Babber's Big Ideas, and I have a way of cleaning up a cupboard door without putting a lot of money, time, or effort into it. Let me show you how. So when you look at these cupboard doors, there's a lot of water damage and peeling that has happened to the existing. These doors are quite old and the handles aren't that nice either, but I'm going to leave them there. I think I can make that work. I don't really want to put any money into that. And same with the drawers. And this stuff just peels right off, right? So I would like this bathroom to look a little bit nicer. So let's get started. So first we're going to take and grab one of these peelable wallpapers. I found this at Home Depot for about $50, maybe a little bit less. But this is the basic look that it's supposed to give, and I think that would look nice in the bathroom. This size is 20 inches by 16.5 feet long in a roll, which should be plenty for what I'm going to do. Okay, one of the first things we have to do is take off the door here and here and here, and try to take off this section as well. So we'll see how we do. Now these doors are actually quite easy. You just have to lift up this section in the inside and off comes the door. So that is a bonus. Don't look at this. These doors are going to take a little bit longer as there is 4 little knobs here that have to come off, which will reveal a screw. So you undo the screw and the door will come off. These are for the handles. So we'll do that as well. All right, we have the next one. Okay, next. There are 4 screws holding up this part. So it's going to take me a little bit of getting in there and getting them out. There. Yay! Okay, you can see the underside of the cupboards are a little bit dirty, so we're going to wash them here and here. And then we're going to take the handles off. So probably I'll leave the handles on for now until I can wash the underside. Most of the cupboard doors are pretty clean because I do keep a fairly clean house. One of the main reasons why you want to make sure everything's clean is because that wallpaper will stick better to a clean surface and last for a long time, years in fact. Okay, now we're all cleaned up. Looks pretty good. Underside, top. Now we'll take the handles off. Do it by hand, or you can use the drill. I prefer to use the drill. We'll continue on until they're all off. Okay, so I've turned it so that the right side up is here, and I'm going to do that just so we can get started on peeling the paper. So Oh, I see there's been some damage on this one. Oh, a little bit of damage there too. So I think what I'm going to do is put the damaged section towards the hinge. But there shouldn't be any cracks on it. And if there is, I'm going to be a little bit miffed because I had picked this up on an express so that I wouldn't have to go in the store. And if it's not nice, I'm not going to be too happy. All right. So we'll guesstimate the sides. You can use your fingers to try to figure that out. Just trying to get her all sort of measured about the same on each thumb and forefinger. And if you think there's enough, which I think there is, then you want to smooth it out. A rag works really well for that. And you kind of just want to find those little air bubbles and work them out to the sides. Now, the bottom where the water damage is here will have a little bit of a bubble. There's not really anything you can do about that, but you won't see it and it'll look so much nicer. These little end bits here, I don't know if you can see that, need to come off. We can replace them with new ones at the end because this will be covered by the time we are finished. Okay, we're moving right along here. I've done the outer edge, which has got a little bit of damage on it, as you can see here from the wallpaper. So pro tip, I would recommend if you're paying some money for this rolled stuff, go in and pick it out. Don't let the staff pick it out for you, because that was my mistake. But for what I'm doing, these purposes, it'll be fine. So what you do is you pull it up, rub it on, make it nice and tight, kind of stretch it up like so. Now this is that part I was telling you about that you can cut around this outer edge here. So I'm just going to cut around. Doesn't have to be perfect. No one's going to see the inside of it anyway. But you can be perfect if you want. But that works. And continue on. Okay, so we have this part done, this part done. I'm going to put another piece on top of that. Cutting the corners. I am not all that precise, so I'm just going to freewheel it. You can find your flow that you find is working for you. Again, I like to take the excess out a bit. And I am not too worried about being perfect. Do the same thing on the other side. I did some of the kitchen cabinets in this way, which I can show you at the end. And then I would just fold it over, making sure you're getting the sides, working out the bubbles. Okay, we're on to the final part of the door. So again, I prefer to just kind of go from the middle out if you can. I've already cut those little squares off the sides. And that's what it will look like in the end. Looks pretty good. Okay, we have them all done now. Now we'll put the handles back on. Typically what I do is I will find the holes on the back side and poke a little skewer so I know where the screws go, so I'm not guessing. Pop it in to where the handle hole is, which will reveal on the other side the holes, which makes it much easier to work with. So now it's just a matter of popping your screws in to the hole, and the handle on the other side, and screwing it in. Now that looks pretty nice. All right, we're ready to put these things back on, and do me a favor, if you like this video or have any suggestions for it, please enter them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, press the like button, share if there's somebody you know that wants to do this. Right on. Let's go. There they are. Just need to put the cover on them. That. All right, we have it all on there, but unfortunately, I think I've mixed up these outer doors for the drawers. So I'm going to switch them up to see if they'll close, because that's not going to work. And if that isn't it, then it could be that there's too much thickness here and it's just not going to close properly, but I won't know until I switch out the drawers and see if that works better. Okay, I think I have this figured out now. I had to take the plate off, and I did have it on the right side, so I just had to hand tighten it and continually try to bring the drawer in and bring the drawer out to make sure that it was still fitting nice. Okay, I think we have it now. The drawers are fitting nice and flush. Almost too flush, but pretty good. So what I had to do was I took this off and took this one off because I thought that perhaps maybe I had them mixed up, but they were right because the holes don't work otherwise. So rather than use the cordless drill, I had to hand tighten the screws in. But you can see it is getting hit a little bit on the top here, but it still works. So a little bit of hand tightening and finessing, making sure the drawer is going in and out, helped. And so there we go. That looks great. The only other part that I'm going to tweak out, which I think is now looking a little bare, is this side. So we'll put a little bit of the same peelable wallpaper on here, maybe take the door off again and wrap it around on the inside a little bit here. But I think I'd be happy just making a nice straight edge. So we'll figure it out. I'll show you what it looks like at the end. All right, so there you have it. We have the drawers that are working now, the cupboard door as well, and this one side so it doesn't look so stark. Looks pretty good. Toilet paper roll is on there. That's awesome. So if there are any ideas that you have out there that you have problems trying to figure out, maybe drop me a comment or contact me in that way. I thought this was a pretty good idea considering that it's less than $50 and just a few hours of time. A little bit of a mess to clean up though, so it'll probably take me a little bit to clean it all up. But I'm pretty happy with that work. It looks pretty good. There's my mess. And here's more all over the bedroom. Oh my God, this space is so small. Ah. We'll have to see how we do to work in here with all this contraption stuff. And I thought I had so much in here earlier and not enough room. You should take a look at this. Oh my God. So we obviously have some organizing to do as well, but I've got everything is all over the place. Ah. Oh my God. In the kitchen, I used the same technique to spruce up the cabinets. This peelable wallpaper was found at Canadian Tire. As you can see, it looks 100 times better than the water-damaged doors. I did this a couple years ago, and in this photo, you can see it still has held up nicely. Thank you for watching. I'm going off to buy a new camera that will keep focusing on the job at hand.